So hello everyone, this video right here was created for all the mothers out there that have small children or older kids that you would really like to create something natural for their hair. So let's just jump right into it. So in the video, there is a little clear jar as you see. And with this jar, I got it from the Dollar Tree. I think it's a 8 to 12 ounce jar. I'm not sure, but it came with a lid. So with the lid, like I said, that's good for storing. Just to keep it from getting everywhere. The first ingredient is the olive oil cream. We're going to use this. We're going to put this in first into the jar. We're going to use predominantly the entire bottle. This mix has, like I said, doesn't have all those mineral oils and chemicals, and it's going to make your children's hair beautiful. You can use it on your daughter, your son. You can use it on your hair if you're natural. Before I recently went back relaxed, I was actually using this formula on my hair. So like I said, I just kind of did my best to get as much of it out as possible. As you can see, I'm kind of beating it on there. So we're just going to continue to proceed to put that into the jar. It's a little bit easier if you have the lid on it. So that way you can make it a little bit easier to squeeze into this glass jar. Okay, I take a knife, and what this does is it just kind of smooths it out a little bit before we add our next products. And as you can see, as I smooth it, I'm just going to add the rest of this product into it. And like I said, we're just going to try to get the entire jar as easy as possible. Just keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. And as you can see, I've got most of it in this jar already. And sometimes if you add a little water, that helps. Okay, I'm taking my knife, I'm stirring it around. I've just about got everything out of the bottle at this point. And I'm just doing this on the kitchen counter, because that way I was able to set up. I had like my little butter knife, mixers, all that stuff to kind of, mix everything around. Okay, we're about at the end of this, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, we are completed with that just about. Next, we are going to use our Jamaican castor oil, the black castor oil, as a matter of fact. We are going to add about 1/3 of that into the glass, and we're just going to kind of stir that around. See how smooth and whipped cream that is? Okay. It was worth the beating. Okay. So I just showed you that product. We open it. We're going to use about half the bottle. Okay. But we're just going to kind of do it in intervals. So you see that? It just kind of lays on top there. I'm going to take our butter knife. We're going to stir that up really nice. Get it nice and creamy. Get a really great consistency. Just keep whipping it. Whip it real good. Whip it. Whip it. Whip it real good. And add a nice little commentary to that. Okay, just whip that around. And it's gonna change colors. It's gonna take on more of the color of the black castor oil than it did of the olive oil cream that you used. As you can see, I'm adding more, because like I said, we're gonna use about 1/2 bottle. And we're just gonna continue to whip, continue to stir that until we get it nice and whipped. Nice consistency. And like I said, guys, this product is very natural. I noticed that it is water soluble. When it is on the hands, it will not stay. It's not like grease, When you just run warm water on the hands, the product just kind of dissipates naturally down the sink. See that nice, beautiful yellow consistency? Okay, we have continued to whip. I'm just kind of wiping my hands off, getting that any excess product off of that jar. And we are getting ready to jump right into our next product. It is the Cantu flaxseed oil. I got this, guys, at Sally. It has your flaxseed, it has almond oil, it has just about every oil that you can think of. Olive oil, all of those nice ingredients that hair likes. Now with this particular one, we're going to use about a third of the bottle. We're just going to use a little bit because it does have a few of the oils that the black castor oil already had in it. And as you can see, I'm just kind of whipping that in there. I'm just going to keep whipping. Now, this may be easier if you had one of those small whisks, which is completely fine if you use that. But I'm more of a hands-on girl because I kind of want to see the consistency as I add my products so that I can make sure that if I need to add more, I can. And I'm kind of going back to that olive oil product because, like I said, my goal is to get that entire bottle into that glass container. And it is a glass container, you know, but if you prefer plastic, that is completely fine too. And I tell you what, guys, you know, I'm a hairdresser and have been for 20 plus years. I started very young. I started as young as you had to be to actually get your license. And just one of the things that I found that really works for natural hair or on children's hair is anything that's just gonna rinse off very easy, that's just easy to use, and it doesn't make the hair oily or sticky or gummy. Because I find that their hair is already so fragile, and the medulla doesn't mature until I believe they're 7 years of age, which is just basically the cuticle. So you just want to be careful that, you know, you nourish it and take care of it, you know, prior to them becoming adults, and, you know, just take care of it. Okay. This time I decided to grab a fork because it was a little bit easier for me to use. We're just whipping it real good, getting that nice consistency. You did. And throughout this video, guys, you're going to notice that I'm showing you the product just so you can kind of see what it's supposed to look like. See that? Okay, our next product is the jojoba oil. It's by Queen Helene. I am going to add that product. I'm going to use half the tube. And jojoba oil is really moisturizing. It's very dense, you know, so it does kind of coat the hair a little better, and it stays on the shaft of that hair really good. So just squeeze that in there real nice. See that? And some people use this product as like a hot oil treatment, and I have used that. It does help with split ends, hair breakage, especially natural hair that tends to be drier. I just turn that top around because I'm going to save the rest of that for another batch down the line. Whipping it up again, guys. And if you notice, every single time that I add a product, I just kind of whip it because I want it to be very nice in consistency and easy to apply to the hair. Okay, we're just gonna add, like I said, a little bit more of that black castor oil. And castor oil is really good. It's water soluble. It's really good for the hair. It has a acid in it that does help the hair to grow, helps to prevent breakage. Some people even use it on the eyelashes and eyebrows. And like I say, when I tell you exactly how much you're using, I'm not using it all at one time. As you can tell, I use a little bit and then I go back to it. But that's the overall measurements that I use throughout the video. You know, same with the olive oil cream, the black castor oil, the jojoba oil, the Cantu oils that has the avocado. It had a little bit of castor oil in it. And as you can see, I'm going back to the cream because the goal is that it's more of a hair dress, more of a cream, so that it's easy to apply to the hair and scalp. In case you guys were wondering, the entire time that I'm mixing this, my 3-year-old is running around. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I did a voiceover and you can't hear that in the background, but she was inquiring about this product the entire time. And I kept telling her, well, once I get done, you know, it'll be time to shampoo your hair. She's like, I don't want my hair shampooed. So it is a weekly ritual that we do a nice cleanse to her hair. We use this hair dress here. You know, I either, you know, put some cute little ponytails on it, or I do like some braids or something like that, you know. And it is safe to go a longer period of time without shampooing the hair if you like, 2 weeks. But I know little children deserve clean scalps like we do. Okay, see that nice consistency on that butter knife? I'm putting that away because from this point, I am going to continue to use the fork because the fork is a little bit easier to use. Okay, see that? See, I'm using the fork predominantly now because it helps me to get it nice and creamy, and it kind of thins it out a little bit too, so it's not so thick that you can't use it on the scalp, but it's not so watery that it just kind of runs everywhere and gets onto things. Okay, we are just about done with this process, guys. Like I say, the consistency is very important. I'm going around the edges. I'm getting all the excess off because it is important to get all of that product mixed in. Like I say, if it's easier for you to use one of the handheld whisks or even a powered whisk, that's completely fine too. Like that you make cupcakes and cakes and stuff with, you know, a power mixer. You know, if you want to do that, that's fine too. Just whatever works for you. And at this point, guys, as I'm mixing this, I'm like, it smells so good. It smells like a creamsicle, kind of like candy, you know, so it smells really good. It smells really sweet. And this was just such a pleasure to make because not only was the consistency great, but it smelled like popsicle. Okay, I'm going to put that lid on. I'm going to put this product into the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Kind of let it chill, kind of harden up a little bit before I use it on my daughter's hair. It just makes it a little easier. Okay, so this is my daughter's hair prior to shampooing. I had taken it down, and as you can notice, it's a little bit drier. I had been using the oil, the bergamot oil with the cream, and I just noticed that it was a little bit drier, and I just needed something. It needed a little TLC. So she's ready to get it shampooed. I'm ready to shampoo it, so here we go. This is shortly after we shampooed, so if you notice, it has that moisture. It's kind of drawn up a little bit. I used a moisturizing shampoo on it. It feels really good. It's soft. It's clean. And she's ready to be done, you know. So I got that hair dress out. I got her set up. We are about to begin the process. Okay, guys, so this is what it looked like in the end. I just kind of put it on the scalp, put it on the hair. Notice it has that nice shine. Put the little ponytails. It smells good. She loved it. She was making faces as I was doing this video. And she's looking around. But it's water soluble. It doesn't get on her pillows. It washed off my hands. And her hair feels so much better since using it. And it has actually upped it to grow.
Almost right there.
This is something I've been using for a few months now. So yeah, guys, that's all you need. Thank you for your time.